The entire cast of The Mummy, 1999. OMG, definitely. I don't know who I wanted more. Rachel Weisz or Brendan Fraser Tears of Joy. Or Arnold Vosloo as Imhotep. Or Patricia Velasquez as Anxu Naman. Nothing gets me going more than a good villain's smiling face. Legolas in The Fellowship of the Ring. I still have a crush on Legolas. Not Orlando Bloom, just the character. When I started having sex with my now husband, I had been married before and had other partners as well. I was sexual in the terms of being sexually active, but I didn't really enjoy it much. I remember thinking to myself that if I was been told I could never have sex again, I'd be fine with it. But then I started having sex with my husband and we just clicked. But the real awakening was about 2 months into our relationship and he gave me my first ever vaginal orgasm. Holy shit. It was like seeing color for the first time or something, lol. I remember looking at him afterwards and saying, so that's why people like having sex so much. I get it now. Over 3 years later and there has yet to be a plateau or decline. Greater than over 3 years later and there has yet to be a plateau or decline. More on this. Having a conversation with my friend, a guy, about sex. He said, sex is fun. We went into a whole talk about how I didn't believe that genuinely. Sex could be intimate, serious, sweet, happy, gross, scary, good, bad. But fun felt like something men seemed to have, not really women. I had pretend it was fun in the past but never really felt it as fun. Turns out he proved me wrong. I had the most comfortable, safe, and yes fun sex of my life. Laughing in the middle of sex isn't a turn-off anymore. Trying something, even if it doesn't work, can also just be a fun experience. Being treated with total respect and being equally cared for means everything. Now in my 30s, I can genuinely say sex can be fun. Also, I married the friend. Oh my god, I love this. Congratulations. Neck kisses. Oh, neck kisses, yes. Meeting a man who wanted to have sex with me *, not just wanted to have sex. There is a distinction. 100%. Also emotional connection, understanding versus buttering me up for sex. Brendan Fraser in George of the Jungle. Then the Mummy came along. UFT smiling face. The scene where he's running with the horses in Got J was it. The upside-down kiss in Spider-Man. I was 9, and for some reason, seeing a ripped Tobey Maguire swing around in spandex did things to me. Nice. It sounds dumb, but before I had never been with a guy the first was unabashedly 100% physically attracted to. Relationships for me had always been personality attraction first, then the person becomes attractive just because of that. And that's all fine, I guess, but I did not realize until meeting and beginning to date my now husband how much my experience of sexuality would open up, when I actually got with somebody who is genuinely hot. I had just straight up never thought about it. I always thought I had a low libido. That is far from the case. Lol, I noticed this with dating in general, to be honest. I didn't know why I couldn't feel chemistry because I always believed looks don't matter. It's all about personality. But now I believe both matter. And now I feel chemistry more easily. I feel like my real sexual awakening happened at 33 after separating from my abusive husband. We rarely had sex and I convinced myself I just wasn't a very sexual person and I didn't really enjoy it. My first post-separation hookup was like a religious experience. This was me too. I was 40 and always thought I just wasn't sexual and I was broken. Nope. Sex after him was fantastic. Danny Phantom. Came here to say this as well, cold sweat smile. Googling boobs on the family computer. Didn't go very well. My father made me confess to our pastor when he caught me. Clicked on a comic that said NSFW. Was too naive to know that meant porn pleading face pleading face. The 1999 film The Mummy. Brennan Fraser equals hot. Rachel Weisz equals hot. Oded Fehr equals hot. Arnold Vosloo equals hot. I was just turned on the entire time and had no idea why. I love that this is the most common answer on this thread because it's so true. Such an attractive cast. This thread makes me want to re-watch The Mummy. I never knew it did so much for you guys. I know, right? Thinking back to it. Not sure if I was obvious, innocent or just plain blind. David Bowie in Labyrinth. I was little but the androgyny really opened me up to the full scope of who all I was attracted to and why. And then I got a lot older and Tim Curry in Rocky Horror was the energy I wanted to embody and other stuff see no evil. I had to scroll way too far to find this. Leo DiCaprio in Romeo and Juliet and Captain Von Trapp in The Sound of Music. +1 for Leo in Romeo and Juliet. When the camera is looking up at him in the sheets with his shirt unbuttoned after he just got beat up, wow. It was too much for my young brain to handle. Still is lol. Gillian Anderson in X-Files. David Duchovny in X-Files. The entire main cast of The Mummy. Peter Pan whispering in Wendy's ear in the 2003 Peter Pan. 11-year-old me was suddenly very interested in boys. This. My 9-year-old self left the theater transformed. IDK if you guys ever read The Giver in school, but the characters refer to one's first sexual feelings as stirrings. Me and my bestie always joke that Jeremy Sumpter in Peter Pan gave us our first stirrings, lol. After I divorced at 45 from an abusive drunk, I found a man 15 years younger and who showed me and taught me things I never knew existed. My whole life changed. That was 12 years ago. Still with him. Still as hot as ever. Wow, smiling face, smiling face, smiling face, smiling face. Jets in a hot tub. Same. David Bowie's tight leggings in Labyrinth. Absolutely. Having sex with someone after being in a dead bedroom relationship for years. I, 26F. Thought I was asexual and cried about it before, but then when things ended with my ex, I hooked up with someone and my God, definitely not asexual. Yes. Although the dead bedroom was created by me because I hated having sex with my ex. He was so mean that I couldn't open myself sexually to him. It got to that point where I was convinced I was asexual as well. I didn't need it. I didn't want it. I didn't think about it. After we broke up, a friend revealed he'd been interested, and it ignited something within me. He never followed through though, and I unintentionally met someone else. I was 27 when I finally had an orgasm with a person and not a toy. Comforting to know I'm not the only one who went through this, but so sad to read through here and see similar stories. I had two in life. I had the normal teen crushes, was moving along my way exploring, then got sexually assaulted by my uncle at 12 and became complete closed off. Around 26, I sought therapy and then had my adult sexual awakening. Got toys, experimented, and now I'm here. Haven't been intimate with a man but I'm comfortable with sex. Glad you took back what was yours. Your uncle can rot in hell. Brad Pitt in Troy. I'm a straight male but yes, BP was fine as fuck in that movie. Also as a teenage boy I thought the actress playing Helen of Troy in that movie was a goddess and totally understood why the plot happened.